So slow down. You want to speak to me, please raise your hand and I will talk to you as best I can one by one. So before we do that, first of all, I want to let you know that today we are going to go for 1 hour, okay? So after 40 minutes, join the meeting again. I'm going to change my account either this weekend or hopefully by today, so we won't have to do that. So when the meeting ends after 40 minutes, please join back again for an additional 20 minutes.
So we finished the project because my plants grow pretty high, and my parents say that I could plant them out in my garden.
So if you want to plant the plant with sunlight and normal water in the garden, yeah, of course, 100%. The other two though, one that's grown in dark, can't really go in the garden, unfortunately, because it kind of defeats the idea of the experiment. And the one with juice or salt water, again, I would keep inside for the moment. I don't think there's any point putting it outside as of yet. If you want to put the other one outside, yeah, by all means, go for it. Yeah, that's fine. I would wait for, how many days have you been growing them now?
About 10 to 11 days.
11 days. Let's give it about one more week, okay? After one more week, and you can probably switch to outside because you'll have enough. You know the table I asked you to draw and to write to see how they're growing? What you're going to see in that table is you'll have enough information to see the differences between them. That's what you need, basically. You just want the correct information. So once that's done, you can put all three plants outside. The plant in the dark and the plant with the juice will probably be very happy that, you know, it's outside and not have juice or dark times anymore. Hello.
All of my three plants is grow.
Yeah, they're supposed to all grow.
But the plant that use the soft water is can grow not fast by the dark and the sunlight.
Why do you think?
Because if use the soft water cannot grow fast like the another plant.
I planted onions.
Yes.
Yeah, onions will take some time. Onions don't grow that quickly. They will grow. Just take time.
My plants are growing really good. Because I don't like to write on paper.
It was online, so why would you write on paper? Anyway, okay. It's a good thing to practice typing. I'm sure that in the future there will be many times you are all going to need to use your computer to write something, whether it is in college, whether it is for your work. My previous job, I literally sat in front of a computer all day. I typed on a computer all day, and that was my job. It was obviously not the whole job, but it was a very large part of it. So getting used to typing now.
I get both of the Google form, but I do well in the daily report. I have the no question Google form, so I did my homework in it and then I sent it to you.
Great. Mr. Snow, yes, I have your homework. Oh, thank you, Mr. Snow, for sending in some homework. Right, last question before we move on, do something. Yes, Emily. How many days does an onion take to grow?
And I grow a butter tree.
Okay. Kind of, that doesn't really sound like growing an onion. That kind of sounds like peeling an onion. If you put any of those onions in, they'll just start to grow again, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk about some of the stuff we have been talking about before. Let's try this. Monkey, what is an ecosystem?
An ecosystem is plants and animals, living and non-living things
interacting with each other.
Good job. Hermione, what are biotic factors?
What abiotic or biotic?
Biotic, B-I-O-T-I-C.
Biotic is living things.
What are abiotic factors?
What?
What are abiotic factors?
Biotic, water.
Abiotic. A-B-I-O-C-T-I-C. Whatever. Okay, no worries. Don't worry. Hen, what's an abiotic factor?
A non-living thing.
Cool, non-living thing. What do coral reefs need to grow?
They need sunlight to grow.
Sunlight, cool. What do plants need? What are the needs of plants?
Sunlight, space, and water to live.
Cool, good job. Thank you, Mayang. Laura, what are the needs of animals? Kent, what is the top layer of a rainforest called?
Immersion.
Bottom layer of a rainforest called? What's the name of part of a rainforest with most amount of life?
The canopy layer.
Canopy there. Good job. Well done. A, your name is not whatever that is, so change it, please. What's the name of the top part of the forest floor?
The emergent layer.
This rhymes with shelter.
Shelter.
Yes, good job.
What?
Why do plants need pollination?
Because the plant have pollination, it will have fruit, and the fruit will have the seed. So
Why do plants need pollination? What do plants need it for? What do plants need it for? Let's just keep the answer really simple.
it has seed.
Okay, so it can make a seed, right? It can make a seed. Jasmine, what is pollination?
Is when seed is transferred from one flower to another.
From pollen. Pollen is transferred from one flower to another. Okay, pollen. Okay. What do we call the male parts of a flower? And what's the male parts of a flower called? Ming-Cho, what are the male parts of a flower called? Guy.
The stamen.
Stamen. The flower that has pollen on it.
The male part is called
What's
the
the bit-
name of all the male part, or only the part that have the pollen?
The name that has the pollen on it.
It is the answer.
Anther, yes, good job. James, what is the part of the plant that has the eggs in it?
Ovary.
Rosie, what's the female part of the flower where pollen sticks to before it goes down into the ovary? Oh, disappeared. What's the name of the female part of the flower where the top pollen sticks to?
Yes.
Yeah, what's the name of the female part of the flower where pollen sticks to? It's at the top.
Yeah. Well.
Can you hear me now, Minnie?
Yes.
Okay, what's the name of the female part of the flower where pollen sticks to?
Enter.
That's the male part. What's the female part? At the very top. This bit here.
A style.
It's at the top of the style.
The pistil.
No, it's the stigma. The stigma. So, why do plants need animals to transfer pollen?
They can live.
So they can live. Okay, but why? What can animals do that plants can't do? Elsa, what's something that an animal can do that a plant can't do?
Mm, an animal can move with its feet.
Yeah, an animal can move, right? Plants can't move, so that's why we have plants using animals for pollination, because plants can't move. Cool. So what is a producer?
A producer is like grass. Grass produce food for mouse.
Yeah, okay, produces food for mice, okay. What we're going to do is we're going to jump in, we're going to talk about a few other things. We're going to watch a quick video. That might bring us up until time when we need to join the meeting again. So we've got 9 minutes, but I'm going to show you a quick video. I'm pretty sure it's everyone's homework, by the way. Nice homework, good stuff. This one. So, quickly show you this video to remind you about some of the plant parts, plant features. Again, just a really, really, really quick reintroduction to everything about pollination. It happens. Remember, what we're learning about is the way in which plants and animals depend on each other, right? So we're looking at reasons why they need each other. If you were to explain why plants and animals need each other, it's because basically plants can't move. They can't go anywhere. So in order to stay alive, to meet their needs, what they have to do is they need to use something. In this case, they use animals. Okay, so let's have a look here. Who can tell me what this part of the flower is called?
The top part of the flower is stigma.
Stigma. How do you spell that?
STIGMA.
Okay, and this next part, what's this part underneath it called?
The style.
The style. Spell that for me, please, Mayank.
STYLE.
Good job, well done. And this last part, this part here, you can tell me what that bit is called. Bit A.
It's an oval.
I say again.
It's an ovule.
Close, but no.
The part of the flower is ovary.
Ovary, yeah. Okay, good job. Okay, this bit over here. Sorry, frozen. What's that bit called?
That is anther.
Anther. Spell that for me, please.
ANTHER.
Good stuff. And the bit that is underneath it. Hold on now. Let's try. Sky, what's the bit underneath called? What's that called, Sky? No? Okay. Monkey, what's that bit called?
It's called the filament.
Filament. So spell that for me.
FILAMENT.
And okay, this last bit, what is that bit called? Who have I not heard from much today? Mr. Kent, what's that bit called?
The sepal.
Sepal. Spell that for me, please, Kent.
SEPAL.
No, good job. We don't need to know these other two bits. That's basically the bulb and that's the stem. We don't really need to know them. It's nothing to do with what we're going to learn today. So What I'm going to do now is I'm going to close this classroom. I want you all to please join back in the next 20 seconds, okay? So I'm going to close the meeting, come back again. All you need to do is click on the link, password, meeting ID, everything stays the exact same, okay? So see you all in 20 seconds. Get back here. You better all come back.